Okay.
Hi everyone, Lorenza from the Overland Branch Library.
And I'm Julie.
And we're here today because we're doing an experiment. A Mentos and Coke volcano. So imagine a huge geyser at the Yellowstone National Park. Steaming hot water bursts into the air with the crowd just watching in awe.
Today, when we boiling hot pockets of water inside the earth, we will create a pretty cool geyser of our own.
So what is a geyser, you ask? It's a hot spring in which water boils and then it sends up a tall column of water and steam into the air. Do y'all like my mask? At least somebody does, because I can't breathe. But to carry on, today we will demonstrate the process of nucleation. A classic experiment in chemistry is combining a small candy called Mentos with Diet Coke or regular Coke.
There's the Coke.
The result is a massive eruption of foam shooting stories high into the air.
Have you taken a can of soda, shook it up, and give it to a friend? What happens after that? You probably didn't have a friend after that until they forgave you. But, you know, exploding soda is kind of fun.
Yes.
And there's a really good way to make it go boom if you have a few pennies and an extra bit of time on your hands.
But please be sure to only do this experiment with an adult. What all do we need for this experiment?
What we're going to need for this experiment is 1 liter, 2 liter. This is a 2 liter. 1 2 liter of Coke. Some Mentos, 1 or 2, your preference.
The more Mentos you put, the bigger the explosion.
And then some people put dish soap into like little cups with Mentos there and Coke, and then they just explode. It's pretty cool. Diet soda, we're going to try it. And diet soda is the best because it has the best reaction. Yay! Also, you can add more Mentos for a better eruption, your preference. It doesn't matter. It is a messy experiment. So, my suggestion is to go outside in the grass, away from trees and cars and places to run when it happens.
Yeah, because if you run into a tree, it's going to hurt.
Yeah.
I've done it.
It's never fun.
But also, your Mentos, in order to put it in where they all go in at the same time, we suggest using a piece of paper. Open your Mentos, pour your Mentos into your paper, roll your Mentos and paper up. And when you get ready to begin your experiment, you're just gonna pour it in and get back.
Yeah. So, before we actually start the experiment, the lovely excitement, we're going to give you all a small science lesson.
Okay, so here's how it works. The answer may be a little bit more complicated than you may think, but we'll go ahead and start with the soda.
Yeah. Soda is made of sugar or artificial sweetener, flavoring, water, and preservatives. The thing that makes the soda bubbly, bubble soda, is the invisible gas called carbon dioxide, or also known as CO2, which is pumped into the bottles at the bottling factory using a lot of pressure.
Okay, so all types of soda are pressurized, and to keep them, let me reword that. All types of soda are pressurized. Yeah, I said it right the first time.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
To keep them fizzy. And being pressurized allows them to hold more CO2. When you open the bottle, you equalize the pressure and the bubbles come out of the solution and float to the top of the bottle. Now, if you were to shake a bottle or a can, some of the gas comes out of the solution and bubbles cling to the inside walls of the container.
And that is thanks to tiny pits and imperfections inside of the surface of the bottle called nucleation sites. When you open the container, the bubbles quickly rise to the top, pushing all the liquid out.
In other words, it goes everywhere. The reason Mentos works so well is, as she said, the tiny thousands of pits on the surface of the mint and the weight of the Mentos itself. The tiny pits act as nucleation sites, which are perfect places for CO2 bubbles to form. As soon as the Mentos hits the soda, bubbles form all over the outside of the candies and quickly rise to the surface of the liquid. You couple this with the fact that the Mentos candies are heavy and sink all the way down to the bottom, you have a double whammy.
Hello! The gas that's released by the Mentos literally pushed the liquid all the way up and out of the bottle in an incredible soda blast. Now that you know all this information, let's go have some fun. Yay! Yay!
So now we have our Coke and our Diet Coke with our Mentos. We also have 2 cups, one that's labeled Diet Coke, one that's labeled Coke, and we already have some dish detergent in both cups. Miss Jolie now is going to pour some of the Diet Coke into the Diet Coke cup that already has liquid detergent. Pouring.
And then there should be a small countdown coming up.
Miss Jolie was so excited about this experiment
I was. And
that she was dancing,
Yeah.
and people were blowing horns.
they were. And nothing after like 3 or 5 Mentos into the bottle. So we're going to try to pour more to see what happens.
Come on. We just knew this would work.
And no overflow, no nothing.
Just foam.
Yes. Well, we have Coke next. So let's see how that goes.
Yes, please. So this time, Miss Jolie decided I'm going to add the Mentos to the liquid detergent first.
To change up the order of things and just see what happens. So we're going to grab the Coke.
Pop that baby open.
And then
Get ready.
open it and
And
pour.
Nothing. Nothing. It did absolutely nothing but a little bit of foam, which we think is because the Coke mixed with the dish detergent. I mean, that's the only thing we can think of
Right.
that could have caused
Awesome.
nothing. But now it's time to see what I can do. So I begin to pour the Mentos into the Coke. And what a nerd. I waste Mentos all on the ground and then I try to hurry up and pick them up and put them in. Let's just say that, I got a small reaction, but it was nothing like what we expected.
Nope, just kind of sat there with the Mentos and the Coke.
So needless to say, we thought putting the Mentos rolled up into paper would be a great idea, but it didn't work that well.
Not with a good shake.
Yeah, I went back and shook it because I'm like, something's got to happen here.
So here's
But-
the Diet Coke time.
Yes, it is. So Miss Jolie is getting ready. She has her Mentos in a tube as well of paper.
Anna kind of got sloppy.
And then there was a
A
problem.
problem.
It was a little too tight.
I put too many into the tube. I had to rip it open. And
So I
try
said,
some might.
I said, put them in your hands. Put them in your hands. But she had ripped it open already.
Just tearing it open.
So then here we go.
Try again.
And we already have a
We
reaction.
have something.
Hey, well, how about that?
Trying to get with another Mentos.
So it didn't give us this big old explosion that we had researched about, but we did get a chemical reaction.
Yep. Trying to push a few in and there's pushing it out.
Yes. So this is nucleation, guys.
Yep.
This is nucleation.
Carbon dioxide is pushing out all the liquid along with the Mentos. That's why every time I try to put one in there, it pushes back.
She just kept putting them in there, and I'm like, what are you doing? They're blowing right back out.
No. Being stubborn.
But it's okay, because trial and error. In order to learn, you have to try.
Trial and error in the name of science.
So let's just keep adding some.
And maybe I'll react, but no.
So I find one. I'm like, let me contribute as well.
And it's all flat.
It does nothing.
Nope.
Oh, she has more. She has more.
Another one.
Maybe.
And another one.
Nope.
Nope.
Didn't work. All right. So we decided to try again. This time, we poured the Coke into a cup first. And then we added a little bit of dish detergent. And then we threw in
The Mentos.
the Mentos. And guess what? We had another reaction. It wasn't as big as we wanted it to be, but we did get a reaction. It did foam up a whole lot better than the first time. So now, let's get some teamwork in here. We're going to try this again without the paper. I have the Mentos.
My
She's
hands in
the
the
funnel.
And
Woo! Look what we got going on here. Now, that's what we were expecting. That's what we were looking for. We wanted it to just fly out of there and show exactly what nucleation can do and what it is with the CO2. And if you notice, we looked at the ground.
Yep.
They went in, but they came right back out.
Yep.
After maybe a minute, we decided to check and see exactly how much liquid was left. And as you can see, less than a third. So let's go check our cup. Well, it didn't overflow or anything. Still has the same amount we poured. But then we decided, hey, let's pour this out so we can get rid of, our trash. And guess what? There is no carbon left. None.
No bubbles, no fuzzes, no anything.
These sodas are completely flat. I mean, completely flat. No carbon dioxide. There are still pieces of Mentos that was left at the bottom, which probably would have diluted had we left them in the bottle for a while, but completely flat. We're back.
Yes.
So, we're just here to say how much we enjoyed doing that experiment.
Yes.
But there are things that we would have changed, or we would change in the future, because we do plan to do it again with kids at heart.
Yep.
Our cup reaction did not come out
The way we thought.
No. Nowhere near how we thought. No. So I suggested maybe more Mentos would make a better reaction. Actually, I really would prefer like a big kiddie pool. Fill that baby up with Coke and get like 20 packs of Mentos and let it do what it does.
Yep.
But, that's at a later date. We can't really explain why
The cup did the way it did.
right, and why the liquid detergent didn't do the foam that it was supposed to do.
Right.
We did notice on videos that we've watched that they used a cheaper dish detergent, and we used more of an expensive one. So maybe it was the elements that the expensive one was made with. I don't know. But we really hope you enjoyed
Yes.
this experiment. As a reminder, make sure you have
Adult supervision.
Adult supervision.
Yep. Outside.
Yes.
Yes.
Not a covered area.
No.
With our leader, I mean, if we would have put more Mentos,
It would have been
it would
bigger.
have been even higher. So,
Yeah.
just make sure that you're safe. Make sure once you put your Mentos in, you hurry and you back up.
Don't run into a tree,
Nope.
as we said, or
Cars.
or trip over your shoelaces.
No.
But if you do, that's fine.
It's okay.
Get up and
Go away.
get back on it. But besides that, we have Miss Kathy that is going to be coming and do a couple of discussion questions with you guys.
Yeah.
We may weigh in here and there,
Yeah.
but we really, really hope you enjoyed this. Till next time.
See you guys.
Bye.
Well, hope you enjoyed doing the experiment if you tried it, as we showed it to you on the video. Now, if your eruption, if it wasn't what you hoped it would be, make sure you have fresh ingredients. Try a new bottle of Coke and a new package of Mentos. What happens? I have a few questions, and we could talk about what happens with this explosion. So what happens when we add the Mentos? Well, the Mentos, the carbon dioxide that's pressured into the Diet Coke, say, it's looking to escape. And so the Mentos are heavy and they drop to the bottom, so all of these carbon dioxide bubbles attach to the Mentos, and more of the carbon dioxide is trying to get out of the bottle, so it just makes a big explosion and pushes the liquid out. So what could make the explosion bigger?
More Mentos.
Yeah, more Mentos.
Maybe a fresh bottle of Coke or
Yeah.
Diet Coke. Maybe
Yeah.
even Coke Zero.
Or maybe just more of both
more of
products.
everything.
More.
Oh yeah, more soap, more Coke. Wow.
Yes.
Do you think Mentos would react with all liquids or just some? I think it only reacts with carbonated liquids. Any carbonated liquid. And why doesn't it react with just apple juice? It's because it's not carbonated. So it has to be a carbonated drink. Any carbonated drink will work. So have fun.
Okay, so thanks for watching our video. We hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to our channel.
Please like.
And please share. See you later.